Hello everyone, and welcome to my next video for Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, in which we are going to be taking on Act 3, Chapter 6, Part 2, I believe that is what it is, the Imperial Resurrection LUFENIA Plus, which happens, coincides with the debut of Leila's LD weapon. I do apologise for not having uploaded anything here recently. I've been kind of busy playing the shit out of Elden Ring. It is incredibly fun. I'm having a blast with it. And Opera Omnia is not exactly in its most engaging and most challenging state right now, so I've just been kind of doing that. But I'm going to be going into this, and I'm bringing back Machina, who I have not used in quite some amount of time. I do have Leila. You might notice that I have 0 summon boards for Leila. That's because I want to save the gems on those summon boards for when I eventually... I'm trying to offload my gems, right? I'm trying to dump them so that I can have enough to circumvent the paid gem cap, because I don't want to have to stop buying fucking Moogle passes. But unfortunately, I am well beyond the 300k, and it's going to take me quite some time to get beneath that threshold, even if I try and save as many permanent gems as I can. The way my luck is going, it's going to be like fucking months in the future before I chew through that, unless I just seriously just burn like several hundreds of thousands of gems on a banner for no reason, which I don't really feel like doing. But we are where we are, and to be honest, Leila doesn't really need summon bots to perform in this fight. All she needs is her LD weapon. She is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, most characters that we have now are ridiculous, but she's really good for enemies that insert themselves in your turn order, like Emperor does, and that take a bunch of turns, because she has like a taunt, and she's a dodge tank, but her counterattack is not an attack. It gives everyone on your team a free turn. Like, her attack is everyone's attack, which is kind of bonkers. It's exactly as dumb as it sounds. Oh yeah, and she heals everyone too. So that's why she's been like built up as being like really overpowered. But if you ask me, she's a little bit of a win harder button, because when the Force era comes, her ability is not going to be that useful, because she's going to be making everyone take turns, which you don't necessarily really want to happen, and she's it's not going to be as impactful as it is right now. I mean, I'm mostly using her in this fight just to circumvent the orb condition, which requires you to have a character dodge, and I don't quite feel like bringing 8 along, so I'll bring her instead, because she just makes everything 10 times easier. So without further ado, let's dive into it. I've got a Garnet friend with a perfect UT staff, which is awesome. Absolutely epic. I'm obviously going to be using her. I'm saving up all of my cores for the greatsword. I want to get Gilgamesh's sword maxed. I'm bringing Machina here because this is a single target fight, and although Gilgamesh does quite good single target damage, he is definitely more of an AoE specialist. So he does, you know, like more AoE damage. So let me just get the debuff on this guy. Okay, so I don't want to be like dicking around too much here. I'm just going to be going straight in with the burst finisher. There we go, you love to see it. Alright. Now with Leila, what do I do? Do I even bother putting her additional ability up? Like, what does that do? Slightly raises attack and it increases brave damage cap. Yeah, we don't need that. Not really. I am gonna Iroha. I mean, I guess I'll just EX. There we go. You know what? I could totally just use her burst finisher and then bring in the friend Garnet and use her burst finisher as well. I think I'm actually I think I'm gonna do that. That sounds sufficiently disgusting to do. Okay, nice janky camera angle there. Alexander's out of the picture. Okay. Judgment from the heavens. Okay, there we go. That's a cool million. And why the hell did the orb go down to like 5? I don't understand. I am not going to question. That should not have gone down by that much. I don't understand why. Please let this only go down by 1. This needs to go down to like 3, not fucking 1. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that was it's a little bit strange. I'm not sure what's going on with that. But it is what it is. So let's get Garnet moved up with Reigns. The boss is not launch immune, so we're going to absolutely be taking advantage of that. I wonder if I should have bought Pandemonium. Will we actually get to use E3? I'm not sure. Okay, so the yeah, I used the freaking ability now, so I pretty much have to go into burst. Well, we've all seen this before. We know what's happening. Yeah, 2 million. Like, it can definitely go much higher than that. I think the most I've had is like 2.8 million, I think, during the launch. Unfortunately, we can't bring Selfie along for the journey here because we pretty much need Leila to counteract the boss's bullshit. Wow, was that like 200k damage on the freaking follow-ups? That's pretty impressive. One thing I will say about Final Fantasy games is they all have an impressively consistent soundtrack. I really like Machina's theme. Well, I mean, it's technically not his theme per se. This is like Servants of the Crystals or whatever. I still haven't played Type 0. I keep saying I'm going to do it, but other games just keep on jumping in front. Sadly, this is, well, I say sadly, but, I mean, Machina was released before level 90s, and he still absolutely does more single target damage than just about everyone else in a single burst phase. Like, I would have loved to use Gilgamesh here, and it is absolutely possible, but, oh, look at this shit. She even dodges the automatic attack that happens during the burst phase, which is a little bit questionable, if you ask me. Oh yeah, because this was like a given a free turn, that's not even, the turn count's not even gone up. Yeah, so I mean, it is what it is. I'm not trying to be fancy on this one. I'm not trying to like take any longer than necessary. I just want this thing out of the way. Oh yeah, then it's going to cut in a lot of times, and then Leila's just going to do her thing. So you can see how the mechanics have absolutely been designed around her making the fight much easier than it would normally be. Look at this shit. How many dumps does her LD have? 4 dumps. Okay, you'll love to see it. No summon boards B2W. Like, can you imagine? Like, before it used to be, like, if you didn't have summon boards, that, like, it was fucking impossible. Like, you just might as well have not played the game. But definitely seems to be a different state of affairs now. Okay, and if we want a full 3-person launch, then we are absolutely going to use this on Garnet here. That should trigger E3. Yep, there we go. You know, because this wasn't already one-sided enough, we have to bring the summon into it as well. I would shudder to think the kind of HP it would take for an enemy to survive all of Machina's, like, burst attacks. Like, we'd probably be well into Shinryu by then. The guy's bonkers. Alright, there we go. 2.48, not bad. Yep, that's all she wrote. Man, Garnet really is out here just putting in work, huh? Okay, so that's going to be my clear of this Lufenia. Short, sweet, and to the point. Now I can get back to playing Elden Ring. Well, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Definitely pull for Leila if you're on the fence. Like, she's not necessary. Like, you can have other dodge tanks. You can put Edge in there. You can put 8 in there. You can put whoever the fuck you want in there, probably, and you'll be fine. But her sort of like turn stealing mechanic, her like free turn counterattack is all kinds of silly, and it just seems like a good thing to have in your back pocket in case you ever need it. But of course, if you're struggling for resources, there's plenty of other options as well. So, that being said, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you all in the next video. So until then, take care, and goodbye.